Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Miss Brianne, and welcome to another video of our Artful Calligraphy series. The series where I teach you the art style of beautiful lettering. Now, we've come a long way in this series. I've taught you quite a bit of lowercase letters and words. And today I'm going to teach you the last word in our first group of letters. And that is the lowercase letter X. As you can see here, the letter X. Now, this letter is a bit unusual because you see a shape that you've never really seen before. Basically, the letter X is a compound curve plus this line right over here. Now, it's kind of similar to a pedal push slant, with the exception of the fact is that it starts at the waistline, not the top line, and we don't use heavy pressure going down. Now, I've always said light pressure going up, heavy pressure going down. This is the only exception because it's a lot more comfortable to draw this slant downwards than it is upwards. But that is the only exception of the light pressure, heavy pressure rule. And you're going to draw it at the same angle as the pedal push slant, but you're not going to use any heavy pressure. So, do you want to see how this works? Okay, before we get started, I have to emphasize that the shapes must be consistent in the shape. There has to be equal distance between everything. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. And I'm going to do this as best I can. Because usually I draw these with the paper tilted, usually at a 90-degree angle, but for demonstration purposes I keep it straight. So the shape may be a little off, but I'm going to explain as I go along. So, we ready? Okay, here we go. So you're going to start at the baseline, light pressure going up to the waistline and curve, heavy pressure going down to the back to the baseline and curve, then light pressure going back up to the waistline. Now try and keep the spaces even. Then you're going to put your slant right across. Let's do that again. Start at the baseline, light pressure going up to the waistline and curve, heavy pressure going back down to the baseline and curve, light pressure going up. Then in between, slant. Again, start at the baseline, light pressure going up to the waistline curve, heavy pressure going down back to the baseline curve, light pressure back up to the waistline, then make your slant. The thing is, you're going to try and keep these, see these triangles? You're going to try and keep them as evenly shaped and the same as possible. Let's do this again. Start at the baseline. Light pressure going up to the waistline curve. Heavy pressure going back down to the baseline curve. Light pressure going up to the waistline. Slant. See, the triangles are more the same. One more time. Start at the baseline. Light pressure going up to the waistline curve. Heavy pressure going back down to the baseline curve. Light pressure back up to the waistline. Slant. Okay. So in a minute or two, I'm going to have you fill out the rest of this practice sheet on your own, and as always, I do this with you. But let's review one more time. So start at the baseline, light pressure going up to the waistline and curve, heavy pressure going back to the baseline and curve, light pressure going back up to the waistline, slanty line. One more time, start at the baseline, light pressure going up to the waistline and curve, heavy pressure going back to the baseline and curve, light pressure back up to the waistline, make your slant. Okay, so in a couple of minutes, for the next couple of minutes, you're going to fill out the rest of this practice sheet on your own, and as always, I do this with you. Are you ready to begin? Let's get started. Now, usually I always say that you can either dot your I's or cross your T's either right as you do the letter or when you reach the end of the paper. With this, I recommend you put the slants on the X's right after you do the compound curve. Only because you can see if the triangles are even or not. And like I said, it's a bit the shapes here are a bit wonky because I'm holding it straight for demonstration purposes. I usually draw these with the paper at an angle, as you should be. But the triangles, like over here, would be even. Alright, good job, boys and girls. You have completed the first group of lowercase letters that you needed to know, as well as the first group of words that you needed to know. In our next video, we are going to do a review of all the lowercase letters that you've learned so far. So take good care of yourselves, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.